Welcome to NTD Business. I'm Don Ma. Now, Twitter has put a temporary limit on the number of tweets that users can see each day. This is a move that has sparked some backlash. So how do the changes impact users? Here's everything you need to know. The change means users cannot view tweets without logging into the platform. Verified accounts can now read 6,000 posts per day, unverified accounts 600 posts, and new unverified accounts at 300 posts per day. After that, users will get a message that says rate limit exceeded. Musk has said that the limit will soon increase to 10,000 for verified, 1,000 for unverified, and 500 for new unverified. So why did Musk put the limit? He said it would help tackle scraping vast amounts of data from Twitter by almost everyone, from AI companies and startups to tech giants. Musk wrote in a tweet, quote, "It is rather galling to have to bring large numbers of servers online on an emergency basis just to facilitate some AI startups' outrageous valuation." The technology behind generative AI tools, for example, ChatGPT, is trained on massive amounts of data taken from the internet. The limits on Twitter may also impact accounts run by informational agencies, journalists, and monitoring services as they rely on reviewing thousands of tweets every day. And U.S. property catastrophe reinsurance rates rose by as much as 50% at a key July 1st renewal date. This is according to broker Gallagher Re in a report on Monday. This is as states like California and Florida are increasingly hit by wildfires and hurricanes. Now, reinsurers insure insurance companies and have been raising rates in recent years because of steepening losses. And higher reinsurance rates may affect the premiums which insurers charge to their customers. Gallagher Re says U.S. reinsurance rates for policies which previously faced claims for natural catastrophes rose 30 to 50%. Reinsurance rates for similar policies in Florida rose 30 to 40%. Some insurance firms have pulled out because of the risk of heavy losses. Companies like State Farm said in May it would stop selling new insurance policies to homeowners in California. Moving on. Apple became the first company in the world to reach a market value of $3 trillion. Apple's most recent quarterly report in May showing its profit and revenue beat analyst expectations. And at the same time, its track record of stock buybacks reinforced its reputation as a safe investment during global economic uncertainty. Apple and Microsoft led the list of the top 20 global companies by market capitalization at the end of June. And Tesla on Sunday said it delivered a record number of vehicles in the second quarter. It's also beating market estimates. The company handed out 466,140 vehicles in the April to June period, up 10% from the preceding quarter, and 83% higher from a year earlier. Wedbush securities analyst Dan Ives said, quote, "The price cuts was a smart poker move for Tesla." Meanwhile, the U.S. Treasury yield curve hit its deepest inversion on Monday since the high inflation era of Fed Chairman Paul Volcker in the 80s. This shows that financial markets are worried that an extended Federal Reserve rate hiking cycle will tip the United States into recession. The closely watched spread between the 2-year and 10-year U.S. Treasury note yields hit the widest since 1981 in early trade. Was at a deeper inversion than in March during the U.S. regional banking crisis. A yield curve inversion means that short-dated treasuries trade at a higher yield than longer-dated securities, and it has been a reliable signal of upcoming recessions. The 2- and 10-year yield curve has inverted 6 to 12 months before each recession since 1955, according to a 2018 report by researchers at the San Francisco Fed, offering only one false signal in that time. Currently, the spread between the 2- and 10-year treasuries has been inverted since last July. And finally, how are you celebrating your 4th of July holiday? Well, one business owner says you can get a quite unique experience if you visit his store. And here with me is Robbie Schultz. So you're the owner of Bear Creek Smokehouse. You offer a lot of products like beef, sausages, chicken, and of course Independence Day tomorrow. The National Retail Federation says the most popular way to celebrate 4th of July is to cook out, barbecue, or host a picnic. So I would imagine you must be pretty busy this time of year.
Oh yeah, we're really busy this time of year. We had actually here Friday night, we had a huge fireworks display that we did for the public. And, people coming out picking up meats to grill and that sort of thing, sausage and a little bit of everything. We had a really big day on Friday. And, tomorrow is actually the big day, but people like to prep ahead of time.
You have an online store in addition to your store in Texas. What are some of your store's standout qualities?
Yeah. Well, we pride ourselves in everything that we make. We use time-honored recipes that my granddad and my dad used for many years. And, we just kind of hold ourselves to a standard and try to produce the highest quality product that we can. We're not really, Don, let's say a cookie cutter operation. All of our meats are still hand rubbed, hand packaged, all that sort of thing. So there's a lot of love and care that goes into every package of meat that we ship out here.
So you said you're quite busy this time of year. What's the most popular product that people are purchasing?
Wow, this time of year, Don, it's mostly sausages because people are wanting to cook out on their grill. And we have a German sausage and a Polish sausage, several other types, have a jalapeno. A lot of people are picking those sausages up, for sausage dogs for 4th of July.
Yeah, and I see some of them on your website. You're saying put some of those on barbecue sauce. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and they're actually good by themselves too. You can take those links and put them on the grill and just warm them up. We've already smoked them and pre-cooked them for you. So all you got to do is give them about 10, 15 minutes on the smoker, put them in a nice bun, put your favorite toppings on there, and they are ready to go, brother.
Do you have any special offers on 4th of July?
Well, we don't have any special offers. Like I say, as we were talking before the show started, we actually had a big 15-minute fireworks show here the other night. It was professionally done. You would think we were at Disney World or something. It was pretty spectacular. So that was one of the specials we gave back to the community here the other day. Was a really, really nice fireworks show. And, it was so beautiful because there was a full moon that was backlit the fireworks. It was really cool night out here at Bear Creek. We probably had about 1,500 people out here watching the fireworks.
Do people prefer to go to your store, or do they prefer to go to bigger retail stores for their holiday barbecue?
Well, I'm going to say people prefer to come to us because we're still out in the country. And, there's a certain mystique about the country. People still love to come out here and see what it's like. We have a couple of big longhorns out here in front of the store, and we have a little burro and some miniature horses and a lamb and that sort of thing. People can buy feed and feed them while they're out here shopping. Their kids can get the full kind of farm experience. We do hay rides. We've got a big longhorn, Texas longhorn, that we put a saddle on and people can get their pictures taken on him. So it's a fun experience. It's more than just coming out and shopping. We try to make everybody's experience at Bear Creek over the top. We want them to leave here with more than they ever dreamed, that they were going to experience here. And so that's our goal. We actually have today a group of about 20 something driving up here from Galveston, Texas, just to have lunch at Bear Creek. And that's about a 4-hour trip, 4.5 maybe. So we'll be prepared for them, going to give them an over the top experience and let them get the full flavor of Bear Creek.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit of the history behind Bear Creek.
You betcha. So my granddad started Bear Creek Smokehouse in 1943. He was raising cotton and corn at the time, and just coming out of the Depression and the World War II, he was having a hard time feeding his family. So he had an uncle out in Grapeland, Texas. He said, Hick, you ought to try growing turkeys. There's a better feed conversion rate with turkeys than are hogs and cattle, which he had a bunch of back in the day. So he started raising turkeys in 1943. And we've never looked back. We don't raise turkeys anymore. We buy them, by the truckload and further process them. But that's how my granddad got started. My dad followed in his footsteps.
Wow, 80 years. That's a very long time.
Yeah, we've been here a while for sure. And it's really changed a lot. It's gone from backyard processing, and now we have a full USDA plant, where we further process all of our meats and can ship them out all over the country.
What's your top selling product? Is it the sausage?
You know what? I'm going to say our top selling product is probably a product that we call peppered pork tenderloin. It is a pork product. It's the loin. It's the most tender cut of the hog, and we lightly salt and pepper those. Put them in a smokehouse, let them cook, and I'll tell you what, they are absolutely amazing. We use them for charcuterie boards. You slice it thin and put it with like little crackers and cheeses and that sort of thing, and boy, you talk about for charcuterie, that peppered pork tenderloin is the ticket, brother.
Wow, makes me want to visit sometime. And I understand you have a recipe book as well online.
We do. We've got a recipe book. It's a family book. It's called Bare Bottom Bliss: 5 Generations of Food, Family, and Faith. And what it is, Don, is it's a combination of recipes all the way back to my great grandmother, all the way up to current times. And it's full of great recipes. I've got tall tales in there, stories about growing up on the farm, that sort of thing. And then we've also got some words of inspiration, Bible verses, that sort of thing in there that are real encouraging to help make your day a better one. And then all the ingredients in the recipes you probably have on hand. It's not ingredients that you're going to have to Google to try to figure out what planet you got to order that ingredient from.
Well, Robbie, if you ever want to send us some of your products to review, I mean, we welcome that.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
We'll do it. Shoot an address sometime.
All right. Thank you so much today, Robbie.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it.